Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and today I am here with an absolutely mammoth drop of Spyro Reignited Trilogy footage, courtesy of the good folks at Pez/Logan, Logan's Laundry. Shout out to you, buddy, always delivering the goods. What an absolutely fantastic guy and a fantastic team here that, you know, have decided to supply me and a couple others like Jordan Fringe and Canadian Guy with this footage exclusively so we could get this up, you know, after the embargo and everything like that. So thank you so much for providing this. I'm going to go over this footage twice because I'm going to miss so much stuff. I don't even, we've got Sheila gameplay here and I'm not even talking about it yet. But honestly, thank you again to Pez. Definitely go subscribe to their YouTube channel. Link is in the description because they'll be getting all sorts of drops like this about Spyro and all sorts of other gaming stuff. Plus, from a personal perspective, they're an Australian owned company. So that's kind of great that Australia is actually getting, you know, the first sort of dibs on this kind of content. Anyway, let's talk about the footage here. This is our first look. One of our first proper looks at... Look! What the hell? All of a sudden, we just all of a sudden see the first home mod. We already see Sunrise Spring right here, and wow, I'm really actually a fan of this so far. I think that I can't wait to see more of it, to be honest. Like, I mean, I want to see the next section and everything like that. And there you go, it's gone. So that's the thing. That's why I'm going through it twice, because I'm like looking at it. You're basically getting a live reaction. Like I looked over the footage real briefly, like really briefly. Wanted to get like a live perspective on everything, you know. So this is Cloud Spires, and as I said in the initial thing when I was talking about the screenshots, I actually like this rendition of Cloud Spires. Believe it or not, but I actually like that kind of that blue sky as well over the purple sky. I think with the purple sky it would look excellent, but I actually like it with the blue. It kind of feels friendly. It kind of feels a bit more less cartoony. Anyway, you'll see there as well, one of the alleged reasons for why the delay was that they needed more time for Spyro 3, and I think some of the stuff that was cited you know, internally was like things like animations and stuff like that. So for example, when you're seeing the dragon eggs, I don't believe that's final. I believe a lot of this isn't final. However, looking at it from like a purely aesthetic point of view, I know we're only seeing, you know, the early game, but it looks like all this stuff looks to be, you know, in pretty good progress. Honestly, I almost get this Ratchet and Clank vibe with like all the stuff in the distance. Like, it's fantastic. It's what I've been talking about very early on, that me being a big like geeky lore guy, like I always love to know like what's beyond, you know, what's beyond the sections. And what's great about this is that it feels like, you know, there truly is like all these other spires and stuff going on there, which is excellent. Anyway, there's Stratus. Voice acting, by the way, voice acting and music is actually on point. Like, I'm not even kidding. The music now, I don't know why, it's like ever since we heard about Copeland's involvement, could it be a placebo? Yes. But honestly, an excellent job with the tracks here. You'll notice that if you listen carefully, and the reason why I'm commentating over this, I know some people say, why are you commentating? It's like, well, go subscribe to Pez to get the, you know, the untouched footage, as in not me, you know, rambling over it. But if you listen to the music, you'll see some of the samples are shared. So either Copeland provided some of the samples, or they, you know, they simply knew about them. But as I've said, and I've said this with like fan games, I'm a big fan of, you know, reusing existing content if it can be used in a new way. This is, of course, Sunny Villa, and we're going to see some skateboarding footage as well. I'm a huge fan of this Sunny Villa, actually, to be honest. Like, this is actually one of my favorite bits of this is actually some of my favorite footage I've seen so far. They've gone for a more subdued skybox, and I guess that kind of contrasts with the real brightness of the grass and like the water and stuff like that. I don't mind that, actually, to be honest. Again, like, I'm a big skybox advocate, you know, in terms of, you'll notice that if you look at the very brief footage we saw of Idle Springs, they fixed the skybox to be back, but not every single one needs to be exactly like that. In this case, and things like Cloud Spires, I'm actually a fan of it being like this. Because I guess, you know, Sunnyville, yeah, like it doesn't need to be. If you think if it was like that blue, it wouldn't hurt it, absolutely, but it's already plenty colorful with the yellows and greens and stuff like that. So yeah, genuinely, guys, I'm a proper fan of this. I'm not pulling anyone's leg here. Obviously, down for anyone's opinion. I'm happy to debate this with you guys, but yeah, I'm big on the Spyro 3 stuff I've seen so far. So excellent job to developers on that. And then we have some skateboarding here. First impressions of skateboarding is it looks, I mean, there's quite a lot going on because, you know, widescreen as well. It looks like, I reckon that the jumping is slightly floaty. Like, I feel like this isn't 100% done yet, if you ask me. If you look at the animation, this kind of reminds me of the motorbike thing in Crash 3, which is really glitchy. You'll see it in a sec when he jumps up. It kind of changes angle a little bit abruptly, but I guess that's like that kind of motion blur thing that you kind of see in video games now, where they're always trying to, you know, like cover it up. All I'm saying is that I'm super excited for the PC version of this game because we're going to be able to optimize and hack the heck out of it. Anyway, and here, closing in, is some Glimmer footage, which I know we've seen before, but this is a bit more of an extensive look at Glimmer. Thanks to Teal Game Master for providing the original footage, by the way, in the old video I did. But yeah, this stuff is excellent, honestly. Like, there's fantastic... It's a fantastic look, you know, an extensive look by Pez by getting this footage. Again, just have to emphasize how great it is that they can actually provide this stuff to us. And, you know, this is the way to go. I mean, you think about it, like, if you want to pull back the curtain a little bit, like, this is essentially free marketing to them. They provide this footage, we analyze it, and you've got this, yeah, it's great. It feels great to sort of be, I guess, directly working with you know, Pez and anyone else that wants to work with this and, you know, talk about it. And I can still give my, you know, again, to pull back the curtain, I can still give my opinion. Like, I don't have to, I'm not encouraged or told to say, oh, you have to be positive about this or you have to do this. Like, these are just my thoughts. And I think that it's good that we have that freedom to do so, to point out the stuff that we like, to point out the stuff that we don't like. And yeah, as I've said, I like a majority of this stuff. So it's really good to see. I really can't thank them enough. So here's the little outro section as well. There you go, Pez. Of course, got to give credit where credit's due. Thanks, legends. Absolute lads. All right, so having the Dark Passage. I was away when Dark Passage actually dropped, and wow, does it look good. Like, the darkness and the blue and all that is just fantastic.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
Damn, man. So, here's Sheila. I didn't even get to talk about it before. Very icy, very Alpy, because it is Sheila's Alp, which is nice. Gameplay for Sheila, again, looks, to me, it looks like 80% done. Like, animation-wise, I feel like they're probably still tightening things up. I actually don't mind the choice to make the houses bigger. I guess you could say it's more realistic, you know, the mushroom houses are bigger, and they explode quite plentiful. Oh, geez. Oh, you see that he hit the wall when he flew out. That is exactly what you want. That kind of physics is fantastic. I love it. Skybox, again, nice. Got that purple tinge. I like. Yeah, guys, I've this is probably the most positive I've been about Reignited Trilogy for quite a while. Not to say I've been negative, but like, man, I'm really digging this, and I want to sort of analyze it a little bit closer in the future. I might do like a comparison footage thing later on in the week, especially with Cloud Spires, because it was a fairly substantial look at Cloud Spires. But man, honestly though, like, again, talking about briefly again about, I need you guys to actually look it up. I'm not going to use the footage here because it's like too hard to properly tell. But if you guys look, because see, at Gamescom, this is where it's all dropping stuff like Gamescom. It's all B-roll. At Gamescom, they've provided some, you know, that you can play in, what was it, Stonehill. So you can properly have a look at Stonehill, Idle Springs, and then Sunny Villa. And so, I don't know if the Sheila section in Sunny Villa is playable. No one's been able to confirm that yet. I'm guessing no. See, look how the eggs kind of floating there a little bit. Yeah, see, there's like no, like, it's like faster done. But one thing that's interesting, again, as I've pointed out, is the fact that they actually were able to change Idle Springs, you know, have the skybox. So, essentially, everything we're seeing here is not final. And I know that people say, oh, you know, that's what they say, you know, they're rushed, blah, 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 blah. Everyone sort of has that concern. But you think about it. Let's say you've got a crew working on the animations and stuff like that, and everyone's working on getting Spyro 3 done now with the extra 2 months. You would 100% not be using the entire team just to do that. You would have people, whether it's even like a small crew of people, being able to actually make all of these changes, make these other changes and tweaks, such as Idle Springs. So, you know, some of the criticisms that people provided, you know, now, essentially, they're able to cater with that with the extra 2 months. So it's honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm happy about it. I'm disappointed that I won't be able to play it sooner, but overall, you've got to look at it as a positive now. I know that initially it was more mixed, but I think people have come around to the idea, and especially if they keep dropping footage like this and showing the progress and showing the the updates they've made, I think that honestly it's going to end up with people being far happier than if it dropped in September. And that's not me being corporate speak. That's not me, towing the company line. That is genuinely just how I feel about it. The more that I think about it. So yeah, you see like the gems there are a little bit floaty. That's why I'm saying that I think that Spyro 3 is the one that needs the most, animation and like tech work. But it's honestly pretty good. And I love all the little things that we get to see as well. Just like if you pause it, you'll be able to see, like our NPC friends here. The ugliest chicken I've ever seen. There he is. Oh, look at him. Looks very cutesy. The water is very, very, very clear and like deep dark, sort of not deep dark. What the hell am I talking about? It's like all that blue, and yeah, like surrounding is water as opposed to being more cliff face. They really do like the idea of like having things feel more like they're within a universe. And honestly, could you imagine like a proper Spyro open world where you can like go between these levels like that? That would just be, I mean, I understand probably not practical in any way, but seriously cool. One thing you notice about Spyro 3 as well is the HUD is red in this game. So in number 2 it seems to be blue, and this one seems to be red. It'd be cool if you could change it, but I don't really mind. Like I think 3 for red, I guess that's okay. Ripto's Rage is probably more of a red color, but I mean that's just me. I just love the texturing and like design of the all the blocks and the kind of the Roman influence. Like they've to me this is almost exactly how Insomniac would have designed it, with I guess with a bit of Nintendo shading and lighting in mind. I guess that's how I would describe it, because I do kind of get this Nintendo vibe to it, some kind of Mario vibe, maybe even a Rareware back in the day vibe. But yeah, there's the lizards as well. I just realized I've been basically just talking for like 11 minutes straight without like a pause or even a breath properly. My microphone's also busted as well. I took it overseas and now like the port's weird, so hopefully it's not glitching out too much. But yeah, there you go, 7 out of 15. Look at the icon there. It looks like some kind of masked man, like almost a luchador. It's a luchador. Yeah. And can't wait to be able to skate in this version. Can't wait to see him do like proper tricks though. Trips. Life's a trip. Trippy Red. And yeah, again, wrapping this up. Glimmer. I'm glad that I got to go through it twice, so I can at least like try and at least touch the surface of of the discussion, because I know there's all this sort of stuff I'm probably missing, and I want you guys to point it out in the comment section, because if I'm missing stuff, I think it's definitely good for you guys to point out some of the stuff that you like. What do you like? What do you not like? As I've said, plenty of stuff to like. If I look at this, I am super excited to play it now. Very jealous of the lads at Gamescom that get to play this in, is it Germany? I think it's Germany. Yep, it's there's actually like a Spyro car at Gamescom or something like that. I saw it on Twitter. It was, yeah, looked pretty cool. Looked pretty darn cool. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks again to Pez, Logan, Pez TV, Pedestrian, Level Up, everyone, all of the above, none of the above. Yeah, you're all legends. Thank you so much for providing the footage early. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be plenty more stuff to come very, very soon. And I'll be back with more Reignited Trilogy stuff very, very soon. And not just that, but also some other stuff like LPs and Crash and blah, blah, blah. See you soon.